Have you ever wanted to design your own Halloween yard like I've done this one with a little help from my dad? I'll show you from the steps to begin to the finished product and show you how to do stuff that was done months and months in advance. So stay tuned. Okay, starting from the beginning, what started me into designing big scenes for my yard every Halloween night that I started a couple of months ago. What got me into designing sets for my own was when I was about 14 years old. I was sitting down watching DIY Halloween, and when I got done while I was watching it, I said to myself, you know, I have to do something for Halloween time. Sure, I've had my times, my troubles with everything. But I said to my parents after I got done watching that episode, I said, you know, I think I want to start getting into that kind of stuff, design it and learning how to build my own characters. My mom and dad said, well, if you can think how it is, and you can learn how to do it, go for it. We have them. We'll help you do your thing, your own thing. I said, no, Mom and Dad, I decided I'd do it on my own. So I started doing big scenes for my yard about 2 years ago. It was a graveyard, and I said I had a bunch of comments on there about the whole design. And after that, I started saying to myself, this is cool, I gotta do something cool. So I said, well, it may have been dark, by my parents said, I gotta do better. Gotta do something bigger next year. And when I started doing big scenes, last year I did a funeral scene. And I got out there and made characters from PVC, and I started buying props and stuff for the scene. I must have got about, 50, 60 comments over there, how I did it. And a couple of comments about one decoration. I got out there and dressed up in a hood, a pair of shorts, and a tank top, and I just sat there doing nothing. And now I decided myself this year, I said, well, now since Halloween has began, I decided myself, I document this show, and I do a big old railroad scene that has been doing. So it doesn't matter on how good a scene is. It's just how much you put your heart in. welcome to my show. Tonight I'm going to tell you about the first scene I've ever done taping for my first scene. And I want to introduce myself because knowing me off the camera, my name's Phil, and I'm here to design a show that shows you how to make a railroad scene from the stands up. What this railroad show is about, it's just an old western show that was used in the 1800s. And I decided to film this show. Now, by a combination between a few things: artistry, design, ingenuity, and hope for everything to be great, I did just that. And so far, everything's been going out how I want it. So what we're looking at right now is a before shot of the house shown for this year Halloween time. Yep. This year is going to be a railroad scene. And I'm just getting a good location right now for the... What was I going to say? Getting a good location for the design. So right now, this is what we're looking at. And it's around January right now. Not January, but around February. Not February, but March. And here's our design right here. So at the beginning of the house is going to be a railroad. It's going to be the railroad house. We're going to have coming this way the train, the control box where I set is going to be right there in that opening, right in there. We're going to have a few railroad signals and have a bunch of characters right here. So it's about 7 months before Halloween, and it's about time to start designing the characters. It's about time to start designing the characters and start getting the parts.